I wake up, and the light is soft, not yet the bright, demanding light of midday. Just a gentle suggestion that the world is turning. It slides across the bed, a slow, silent river of gold. I hear the kettle start its low hum. A familiar sound that means the day is truly beginning, but on my own terms. I do not think of the day as a list at first. There is a space before the thinking begins, a quiet buffer. I notice small things, the grain of the wooden floor beneath my feet, the dust motes dancing in the light, the feel of the warm cup in my hands. Its weight is solid, grounding, the window framing the sky, a simple rectangle of pale blue and white. The first breath is slow and deep. It feels like my own. The clock is empty of urgency. It just marks the passing light, not a deadline. Then the day comes to me. It does not knock. It seeps in through the cracks of the quiet. It arrives as many demands at once, a chorus of expectations from the world outside and from myself. A list forms in my head, uninvited, each item a small weight. It grows without my permission, branching out into smaller and smaller tasks until it feels infinite. It fills every empty space I just had. The quiet room in my mind is suddenly crowded with noise. It sounds like a clock that will not stop. Not the gentle clock on the wall, but a frantic, internal one. It promises a day of running, of catching up, of never quite arriving where I need to be. Always just a few steps behind. The quiet of the morning feels far away, a distant memory from only an hour ago. When everything feels important, everything feels urgent. There's no sense of scale. A small thing takes on the tone of a crisis. A quiet note becomes a loud, insistent shout, a demand for immediate attention. The mind leans forward, already in the next moment, the next task. The chest tightens for the race, a physical preparation for a mental marathon. The breath gets quick and thin. It no longer reaches deep. It stays in the throat, ready to respond. I feel like I must run to catch it all. That if I just move a little faster, I can get ahead of the noise. Always on edge, bracing for the next thing, the next email, the next request, the next item on the endless list. I used to think I needed more time. That was my answer for everything. That the trick was extra hours, waking up earlier, staying up later, bending the day to my will, squeeze moments tighter, find the hidden minutes, move faster between tasks, eliminate the pauses, the gaps where nothing was happening. Planners, alarms, systems, stacks. I built elaborate structures to hold more, to do more, but they just became another thing to manage, another weight. I tried to hold it all, to stack each new request neatly on top of the last. But the plates slid. They clinked against each other, a constant nervous sound in the quiet of the morning. Sometimes one cracked under the pressure. A small, almost invisible fracture at first. The rush blurred the edges of my world. The fine details of the day were lost in the speed. I did more things. I answered every email, I took every call, I added one more thing to the list. I did not do more well. Each thing got a fraction of me, a ghost of my attention, thin, spread across too many surfaces at once. The quality slipped, the joy left, quietly, without me even noticing its departure. Meaning fades when buried among many things. It needs air. It needs focus. Otherwise, it becomes part of the noise. Just another hum in the background. Hands that could craft with care now skim the surface, touching everything but holding nothing. There is a silence in doing everything. Not peace, just deep fatigue. A quiet exhaustion that settles in the bones. We often measure worth by how much we do, by the length of our lists. We wear our busyness like a badge, a sign that we are needed, that we are important. But busyness is not meaning. It's just motion. It does not tell us what we love. It only shows what we scheduled, what we felt obligated to do. It speaks to filling time, not living on purpose. Quantity, not depth, not quiet satisfaction. not the feeling of a single task done right. Saying no feels hard at first. It sounds like letting someone down, like closing a door they hoped you would open. It can feel like a small failure, a confession that you can't, in fact, do it all. But no is kind to what you already have. It's an act of tending to your own small garden. No protects the light in your day, keeps the window open a little longer, letting the fresh air in. It honors what you already chose. It says, "This thing I am doing right now matters." When I say no, I make room. Not for more work, but for more air. An empty chair at the table of my day, a space left intentionally vacant, a blank square on the calendar. Not a failure to fill it, but a success in protecting it. The body eases, the jaw releases, the shoulders drop from their high guard, margins return, a place for the eyes to rest, a quiet space where a new thought might land. Focus does not come from trying harder. It doesn't come from gritting your teeth, from forcing the world to be quiet. We think if we just push a little more, apply more pressure, the clarity will come. But it never does. The mind just grows louder, more crowded. True focus comes from taking things away. It is an act of subtraction, not addition, a quiet refusal, a gentle letting go. Remove 10 small asks. Let go of the dozen tiny obligations that splinter your attention. Keep only one that truly matters. And then watch how it grows in the space you made for it. It expands with your undivided attention. Suddenly, it is richer, more detailed than you ever noticed before. The edges become clear, the colors deepen. Your mind space is a cup of water, finite, precious. Pour it over too many seeds and none of them bloom. You give each one just enough to feel the lack, but not enough to thrive. They all remain dormant, waiting for a drink that never fully comes. Pour it all into one, and it opens. It sprouts. This isn't magic. It's just slow, focused care. The simple physics of attention. Creativity flourishes with fewer things. You can follow one idea for a long, long time. Down a quiet path, without the noise of other paths calling your name. Connections need room to breathe. The space between notes is what makes the music. Your best ideas need this breathing room too. They need to wander, to drift, to get a little lost, and then they return, stronger and more sure of themselves. There is deep care in choosing, a quiet reverence. It is like tending a very small garden. You pull what chokes the life around it, not with anger, but with purpose. You identify the distractions, the tasks that take root but bear no fruit. You leave space for what you love to grow. You water it with your full attention. The rest is not abandoned. It is not forgotten. It simply waits. For now, it rests, and in its resting, you find your own. One clear care can change a life, not because it is grand or world-changing, but because it gets your whole heart. For a little while, it is the only thing that exists. You let it take the time it needs. You don't rush it. You honor its rhythm. Honesty asks, what truly matters in this season of my life? Not last year, not next month, but now. What can wait? What is a no for now so I can offer a true yes? And what can be released entirely? What am I carrying out of habit that no longer serves me? There is a deep, quiet pleasure in one task finished well. That closure quiets the mind. It's one less open loop, one less thread pulling at your attention. The day made room for something real. It feels whole, solid, grounded. The relief is quiet. It is not a dramatic victory. There are no fireworks, no applause. It is just the gentle lowering of a strain you didn't realize you were carrying. A quiet exhale. This calm grows day by day. The list shrinks. The mind clears. And peace settles into the small, quiet spaces you made for it. There is no judgment here for being busy. Life is full. But there is no quick fix promised either. It is a slow practice, choosing less, so that more of what you truly love can live. The heart sometimes needs a narrow window to see clearly. Too wide a view and everything blurs together. The mind needs margins to breathe, space around the words, silence around the sound. So I tend my small garden. I pull a few weeds each morning. The small anxieties, the unimportant tasks. I water what I chose to keep, the project that matters, the person I love, the quiet moment for myself. I let the rest be for now. It will be there tomorrow, or it won't. And that's okay too. The day moves at its own pace. The light stays soft a little longer when you're not rushing to the next thing. I do a few things well, and then I sit. I notice the quiet that follows. I breathe into it. There is no end to what could ask for your time. The world will always offer more. There is always another list, another email, another request. This is not a battle against the lists. You will never win that fight. It is a gentle daily practice of choosing the few that matter today. Hold them with gentle care, give them your best, and let the rest wait their turn. The last light fades. The kettle cools on the stove. The day closes on a few small things done. Not all things, not even most things, just the right things for now. The feeling is simple, uncomplicated. It is relief. It is soft. It is enough.